enso na betimi atena fie ede our team no ema no maso etimi akoso Jama Musiala ono so na de no omo se ayo precaution entina enrata omo yini free sa game eno enso betimi akoso a yete wansem na tuta anopeya ena mate se Bamunche team no enso na trouble every Italy no mo domania to Germany enra omo ta e wote se Italy asisi ameka se anopay ena te se Bayern team no enso na to abasa timer na omo for flight no or the to Facebook no sinama join na mo so let me us timer eno ena daso no masa akra no daso se sia no oni boss no bia o wiase ayesa Michael Olise na se omo nshedam ai high pinipi because akra we baller wonom ebo anima Bamunche team no na obete emanfo bi se Lamine Yamal ebi me se aye Mbappe ebi me se wa masa akra we ni bobo Michael Olise no over 2 goals esanso aya 1 assist kan and so let me my buy or no and etna fight anymore and no so any test free oba ya do wasem na to na Bayern omutim we ana owura niti ani test ya pictures Michael asian fan to say masa omutim na ekrom no anu sepa ata se anya ketwa kra na Peters Michael no ase wajiri se Bamunche team na ekrom no teams no ebisi omaso bese papa anya sam ketwa ko bi ko ano baller Bamunche team no boy no na eye baller masa teams no o maka no enso ehu kiro mu ye pa yentensema owura no edi to twa.
Well, we have been witness to an unbelievable performance by Bayern Munich. And, you know, it's one of those games where people will say, yeah, but Atalanta was poor. And Bayern Munich will say, no, it wasn't. Bayern Munich were absolutely fantastic. And, you know, from the show, we've done our brackets. Most of us, apart from Jamie and Michael, we've got Bayern Munich all the way to the final. I even got them as winners of this tournament. There's a reason for that. I look at all the players that they have who can score goals, and I don't see another team in the tournament with that many goal-scoring players in there. And that got proven today. Olise scored 2, and then there's 4 other goal scorers. And that, by the way, was with Musiala, Leonard Carl, and Harry Kane starting on the bench, and only Musiala came on. So it was an absolutely magnificent performance by Bayern Munich. And many would say, well,
okay, and no, I am Peters Michael no, at Adama Manchester Timbrabia Temno, and no, Echo Italy, one no acquire Pandit Juma, and at Sorano, at the San Samna Tuta, yet there was some matter for Sabrina. Na Oko Aleti Jazuri de Italia, Bamunche Timna S6, Santem Corona, I was Civitas Metropolitano, now Tottenham so good Premier League Granimase, Emma Tessa Enra, Omu Equaje, come enum ema bobo kono omo etekane mieno na ya start game no aya be 15 minutes no na Atletico Madrid asemiensa engineer force the game enso na kika ko de be den e de ma Tottenham team no na omo jinum ema cheso mo tekane mieno a enum enso ani chese de free oba onim sa Tottenham team no we aya the first time omalusu 6 matches atoto asosa enum enso aya Tottenham aya the last 6 matches no Tottenham team no and winning game and Tessanon games aurora and no etime koso ya de wasam no e de mete for na omu coach ne de eno na no ya mesre agroye yumu o se Tessa akama agroba ko Tessa coach we pa ebusa ne se na wono dodo na se yenya okwan ema unko ema yesi coach no ade atuda se masa me no na me the perfect coach metimi akoti Tottenham tinias na obai no wabobe 4 matches no ni nyina wonsu ayesa games eno nso etimi akoso nti ena se ye jai sa game no enso na se team na re so se wo ena betimi akochi ayesa team no na bom coach no ase ono ena tese betimi akochi anra ya bo first half here no na Atletico Madrid ase 4 ema Tottenham atekani bako supporter bako se o achede bi wo ho atese ono estati se oye sandwich was stadium ho enti stadium na ye kwakwa ebo no supporter ne so no de o de be kwakwa ye aduane because that time no Omasa kama kumaku and nine Emma Tottenham team no after Kenny Bakunto fan no mana and then water one no and some net me sandwich and no at the Facebook couldn't say join here when Atletico Madrid almost supporters that time no some nice sandwich no and at the Facebook couldn't so you don't want some no and they met for coach and it and the Ivan Tudor just said I go to the no Omejano Pamena Kwanasa because Cecilia Micasem, Yase Andoni Irola, and it is a coach, Tottenham team no and Manitano, and I'm saying intense present and of attacking style, a cross a coach no and no, and Yase and Penifono, and ya Jones Omina Andoni Irola, one and Superbabe Dituma, and Yamatim Nemum Satimer, now Omesa game, na son some cattle, sir, Mauricio Pochettino, Ebeko Kosa game nibi. Na a flighter over in the coast Spain. And the game no na a Tottenham supporters in be I was half flighting him and he said Tottenham supporters no I catch a coach in his almost yano omra no me coach team no Emmanuel and some to me and Kosua and no and in some free oba ya this our story no and some letting me out to me call and no I just Atletico Madrid na ko Barcelona match in me we are straight na be 2 matches and na cost in masa some match no I was say you not time Edemano na ya tin sam atuka ema mosuma timati Antoine Griezmann e wa Atletico Madrid team abebu be wa na so na menim ba bia wakonya no form no ade free ema tesena say Atletico Madrid si akan nyasa kobasa Antoine Griezmann ejina mu a utum se team no emwamia antesem nanya ketoko eno a osanso toatena unim se sisi ameka say wasai Neymar da Silva Santos in terms of goals omum etimia say e Champions League no Antoine Griezmann and some nasa Neymar antesa no any free oba ya this story no Edia Twitter, Emma Mosuma Timati Afei, say was 44 goals, Neymar as 43 goals, and on any diaba, Osansi and no free one. Mammy from 2012 seasons near Oran and the day Eddie Antoine Griezmann, Afibia Oseko, and some now test a Champions League in him. As Sia Meka said 12 seasons, no, only 5 players, and one more, and a channel, and I'm saying Benzema, 18 years, Lionel Messi, 18 years, Cristiano Ronaldo, 16 years, Robert Lewandowski, 14 years, and now Raul Blanco, Raul Gonzalez, no, and so let's say 14 goals in successive games, and no, and so any test the free oba, yeah, this is so you know, and so let him near Twitter, Emma Mosuma Barcelona team, no, saying, and not a massa. Makacha say the Newcastle de Barca no say Barca for no nyamene team one for fear and am say enro no nanka betima te bam ye no kura e dia samu ansana e bia tese kane bako and some na babete e me bia so etimi akoso ansana meko Barca de no so unim say e manfo bia asase accuse Atletico Madrid team ni say omni team bi ba bonus team no or your possessive based club sem o piapia edema ni games e no koso na o ma seda na o ma say o mo pitch ne so enti se o mo say pitch ne so a Ube jira petri so mistake nko ni nyina no ayetese enota aye owura ni din adetese Antonin Kinski atese odem edema aye Tottenham team mistakes goalkeeper no aye eno musa delenke ene atese Juan Garcia enano emate koso a Barca kwaje enai no onse Juan Garcia so aye mistake enti no okwa omo petri omo seza say so enti bo no okase opiapia enya de be yaduma no enema atiko team no and some let me say some amount of goals no and I'm say Real Madrid kwaje 5 Barcelona kwaje 4 and no aye Tottenham team no and some let me kwaje 5 and no and some if you over this out no and some let me to the Barca team no nyame ya tuma and Barcelona and training almost a day off. Now, Otina and return to training. Nyamea Tuma Omu and Sevilla and the Asia came, MSI game no, and so Etima Cosumatese, and yes, I game the Gavi, quoting on Abese Omanis a minita, or non Ebetimidia Siakai, Ediama team Eric Garcia, Eko Copraye, and then their Barca team in training no, Obeko Quiet test. Now Omohem, Urani Sobe Telefiate, now almost a plan no, and it's a Sevilla match no Muntimano, MSI game Oberese. and some that me attain return leg Savia and answer Punubasa and some Newcastle Bessia Kaya ya disatiano and some that me Twitter and Mama Sumatimate Chelsea Mata Yamea Tumanon and so Pasu and Nano na ye Rasan came the man Sanemum or run anything editors a yet Jamie Karaka wano etson edini tumadima CBS Sports Golazo Eddie Twitter say this season Champions League na Arsenal and a better Eddie si omenaso na omene ba munchin pobo kono na area ni msam ometime akoma ni mo eme bia so atime akoso na owura no ensase free matches are akoso run of 16 any teams are qualify and I'm saying ojiri say nyamenya tuma enam Chelsea and PSG by Chelsea Frimo, Real Madrid and Manchester City, Ebe Real Madrid, Edioma Frimo, Arsenal team no, Ebe Leverkusen, Edina Frimo, Sanso and Liverpool, Ebe Galatasaray, Newcastle, Barcelona team by Frimo, and it games Auraka Okoya, and some Delicos do final, Artes or Jirisa final no, Arsenal team no, and Ebe Jem, ISR Champions League no, Edia Somnasu Jamie Karaka, Yentes and Ensam.
It is time for our brackets. Jamie Carragher, you are up first.
Take it away. Come on, let's go. Right, I love the bracket. Right, we're going to start over here, aren't we, with PSG Chelsea. Champions from last year, PSG. I'm just going to put PSG just to get through. Galatasaray, Liverpool 1-0 to Galatasaray at the moment, but that will change over the next week or so. So Liverpool will get through there. Real Madrid, Man City, we've seen that a lot. I don't think Real Madrid can cope with Manchester City. So Manchester City go through. Bayern, Atalanta, absolutely no chance for Atalanta. We're coming over this side now. Newcastle, Barcelona. Newcastle will give Barcelona problems tonight. I can assure you Barcelona will go through. Atletico Madrid v Tottenham. Should Tottenham even be in this competition where they are in the Premier League? They're absolutely awful. So Atletico Madrid will go through. Don't forget they played each other in the Spanish Cup final. Atletico went through. Right, Bodo Glimt Sporting. Bodo, we want Bodo through. Arsenal, Leverkusen, Arsenal go through. I'm staying this side now. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Even though Atletico beat them in the Spanish Cup semi-final, Barcelona will go through. The best attacking team in Europe. Arsenal, no problem in the semi-final. Right, we come to this side. PSG, unfortunately for me, will go through against Liverpool because Liverpool at this moment, and tonight especially, are very average. Manchester City, Bayern will go through. They will have too much. I'm staying this side. Now, most people will say Bayern are a better team than PSG this season, but that will not sway me. PSG will be in the final. Barcelona, Arsenal. That high line will cost Barcelona in the semi-final against Arsenal. So PSG, Arsenal final.
That was too long, that. Come on.
And then the winner will be Arsenal will win the Champions League for the first time in their history.
And no, I am some Jamie Carragher Twitter. I say a PSG in Arsenal and a Meko final Arsenal team no. And so I say Eddie Somraso for the first time and no any Jeffrey Oba. You do want some Twitter to see make us say Chelsea team now touch it down. I want to say Paris. Nyamia Tuma and Energy Empire Ebeta and Tisa join you on Facebook so Afei and a Medru and the Manchester and no Abacos in Chelsea and the PSG and Martino and Abdelates no and some Twitter. Now Chelsea for Nekono, only the 23-man squad and the Koya Liam Rossinia and the coach Chelsea Bobokono, Nyamia Tuma and no Tessanekema and no Bacos William Estefao and Katino and some 90 million Konams and no Antono. As to see America say, yeah, Mr. Norman. I bet me a Kosua. Yet you want some now to unim say Liam Rossinia. Wabambe the 16th manager. Wano airborne the first game of Champions League. Adietia reigning champion. Jonom a different title. And I'm say Chelsea any PSG. And I see a kind of PSG team no. Omina J title last year. And I am manager sir. Omu any reigning champion. And some last year Omu first Martino. Manager we abe 16 manager. Now out of 16 no. Bakupe and a matter say or no and some let him winning the game and of course and near Ralph Ronick and no just a soccer Norofie April 2021 at Inter at Tomo Emasa game no coso Diakenyo Bialusu and Tisa Kobo at the running champion and then San Obetima Somo Liam Rossinia Obetima Yatumano and also on Timinia Sisia Mikasem I had a PSG Omudomo list no Ediaba Fatu Facebook na yanin komo sisi and I'm say Joao Neves Euram Medicakatos Orano Ebeba back Emma Sisia Mekase squad no and some letime bino Neves Ebeuram and some letime Jamatim no and a dear sweating Akoso now as to say Obe started sa game no and as on to me starting and no and as Sisia Mekase Oko França and also Asasia and wasam and some letter Janam sa Dembele de Obe started Yes, I came. Nyamia Tumanon and so bass into Dembele and at the attack no or no debetimely didn't attack no Abaya Bradley Bacola Abaya Usman Dembele and your front to just a Krita Kwaraskilia Omon and a betimia state and some letimi Jamatim no na metal no and assembly one no metal here. Warren za Emiri Ebestate Sanson and Vitina Ebestate Nambum Aye Joao Neves na wepra artist afei and an watono and ya say court no and say on bet on na on take sa risk no na Oman Neves and state and as on for deseri dwe MSM metal and some namatas and Neves enter bench ain't way and it and sama yasem Oko França and also say poppy basisi America said ye Warren say Emiri Vitina and afe Joao Neves ability and as a metal omestate and some let him Jamatim na yet want some no and some let him to Jamaica say Sheikh Nasser Al-Khalifi matches we say no I was say our stadium na o monitor game no ono kra no otimiko training grounds nyina na tese wako monitor said no ma be say ko ba say owura no e wo Qatar and afa Iran and USA and to kona kosini to owura no wono anya dia obetime to Africa na no meka to say omu hwe say ometimi anya protocol bi na fa so e ma to so owura no a trouble and so that me akọ France obekọ akọ game no we aye first time a PSG ebo big gamer Uranon anko training and rather training council senko by no ni ho asatano pia make asatrewi yeso Uranon adaso esekata or finding we bia say enra nwumira no nanka ono adu France obetima babere game no ema no maso etima ko baso omuntimi amfani way and some bentimi fama owura ne dey adita se Sheikh Nasser Al-Khalifi eno anita se defri oba ya this story no and some letimi dia Twitter na sisi ameka se Chelsea team akacha say more than 23 players and a koye na mukodria no ese bibia eboko Emma James back and now meka say when training and rather ultimate training at my team into so training there not just obeba be say right back ho na ayamalo gusto out on a bench into se coach ni pese or do James Ecomedo na or bench Andrew Santos or the malo gusto ebeko 2 na or the James ababese metal na mom sisi ameka say there James ebebon 2 Emma Andrew Santos and so I'll start this game and no ebeti na koso na baby asen wono and I want to post me Chelsea Bobo Kono. Eho any engine one says a coach no and no ebusana also nim job starte as number 1 goalkeeper Ediama and no Chelsea Robert Sanchez and Jorgensen and I'm say Jorgensen no obeka moment against Aston Villa on the bettamunti nim say coach no adene betum and as osad Robert Sanchez and from the betimia ba na sisi ameka saying Diamante and sometimes say coach in a person I just line up no the body to Aston Villa just say Ote Philip Jorgensen and some statistical game no yes in one or person your person or the just a Robert Sanchez at no bench now I Jorgensen and statistical gamer Nyamia Dum and Nanaji and so I bet in your Twitter you do want some Twitter name Sanchez no and so full say or no just said also you be our show and the coach in his hand I was so no and I started at the team no now coach you go one day and some let me my team and you go ketwa and no no and the match is tennis start here 100 appearances and some let me my Chelsea able quality Abrantiano and some the food say I was with them and my team no and the dear some let me koswa yet want some Twitter and mama some let me ate and so I would to so and a Jorgensen so you say according to Opta say you say or them at the Chelsea Emma Chelsea I short passes accurate no ekosro pa and Omasa Franco Jasabasa, and my Chelsea chances say, Ome control game no, and a Biaso Etimia Kosoa, yet you want some no, and so Etim their Twitter Maminko, a Real Madrid, Emma Tomopo, editor Manchester City, Naminfa, I was a Janon, Emma Mo, Emma Biaso Entimian Koso, and Anona Jeff Nimidun, Komasamasa, Sa, and Sembia Manfobi Kai. And a Man City, the Madrid no momu, and a Madrid that saw Musa and Yano Creda. Na assembly and onim say Manchester City and Real Madrid, Omu about 15 matches. 15 matches, no, 5 I draw. Madrid, I win a 5. And a Manchester City, I win a 5 into one I send Yonko, Bianca and Yonko. And your pet to set Chelsea, Diana, 9 matches, 3 a draw. 3 wins for Chelsea, 3 wins for PSG. Man City and Real Madrid, 15 matches, 5 a draw. 5 for Manchester City, 5 for Real Madrid. And on some head to head no. And after Real Madrid team no, I said 29 goals. Manchester City and some I said 29 goals into no. Obiamoro Nyonkuso going into that game no. Obiamoro Nyonkuso after Sani gamer and so ebetimia Twitter. Menyan in Chelsea and then over 800 million around the globe and a better TV na Omari game no Intisa Kobasa and year 2026 no game and a test a month for Asher and some there was a TV so and some getting me a test a match here Yamea to Mananaji and no and some getting me a Twitter you didn't want some no and they met for some time na I Zinedine Zidane any Ancelotti, Eddie to Madama team, Mati be say, Ayana times or time a team non, Akoda, Valdebebas, na Edia, Madeno, Omofrio, na Omuko, Aya Santiago Benabao, Aqua Cobasa Gemnum, Yasa Fara Belua de Osoyanesa, Obian said if ye, Ebrana so Momama Bobono, or ni Afena, Yanko campaign, and I am for WWW Massa, Abelua say on the Nidiani different. And inteno, I was set him no interfere. Now, almost let me eba game no and now, you don't want some Twitter as a tenra. Now, Yan in Chesson almost take it to and you sold out. And you say, Madrid, Manchester City, most saying, Omun take it in ye. Me when baby say, I am Marasa Koa Kratano, Banana pay as a different source. Madrid, television on Ediba 2 that's a Yano Cre. Na and Santiago Benabao Beboma, say, and Semna Mocanon, Sau Tiabi, na o say Ayano Credia, Omu Ase Ayano Cre, and then Santiago Benabao, Ebebo Ma, Atasam, I supporters, no, Ebabe says Sedamo, and the Biasu Etimia Kosua, Yati was some Twitter Mamusa, Oruanani team, and it just a Vinicio Junior, and the Akokoto IG, Altese, or say, we need you more than ever. Let's go. Hala Madrid, Altese, or the supporters, and all commerce, and then Macaltesem or Trasa, Ebekako Shetim Ansana, almost from letting me Eurastedoma, and no Anita dear free oba, yet this sounds so, and some getting me a Twitter, and Mama Sumatimatia, and you some Kitokwa inside Real Madrid dressing room. Yes, I say, Omufus had here, Senya Gidia Pa, na Umbenya, I say, you were Gidia Sebetimasa, O Massa, Bona Mother de Body Place, a prepared Man City Besomu, Ebia, and Nema Dia, or the two just say 1% chance, 99% faith, and no Anna Madrid Ejinaso, Altasem, Anya Ketwakana boss, Matisse Godulan so. I can't any team, say, this is the opportunity. Omun take advantage because Mbappe MOB. Bellingham MOB Senkomu Omudia enka a different game altogether ene omumobi ne de na tese a advantage kese pa ena ba ademo omunteki na omunye adwuma be 80% ene bia so entimi nkoso Hamza Boss eye man the supporter kese pa a tese enye keto akwanti yen Hamza Boss yen fancy na but channel no obeso join the channel na for number se ene ya the us ebekuo fa number ne sese ne save number na echo WhatsApp na ebo hello ana hi ni amfa link ne ensendo number ne 0244 885 101 0244 885 101 and your number offer o send a message and link no abe sendo now so wetimi adjoin don sama enya ye ne nyansa po awie enti sa also pese odu nyansa po eba ne ebo edema ansana abedwafo na tena se na to mu do mu nyansa po aba fa number no na ko WhatsApp ye audio emane mro 1 minute nya fabra ne mo emau ema bia so entimi enkoso number no aye 0246 677 566 0246 677 566 and no aye WhatsApp number odi audio efaso unyansa po ene sign don sama no pay wayene de gidi pa achese enye kito akwanti boss me da se pa
man of the moment be dan say governor Kwaba yes bibia ekoso de
nyame ado bibia boko
ye enko street ni abrepa.
Okay, boss player Champions League night into be joining our Angela from Kumasi 96.1 Facebook, Angela from Kumasi 96.1 Facebook, YouTube no Don Summer 1 on YouTube. Ko subscribe to the channel, share videos no na like na bibia enye kama. Mama starting free the Parc des Princes match abekoso between the reigning champions PSG against Chelsea. Yehu match way in the Club World Cup final. Abra Chelsea for Asia PSG by 3-0. A tremendous first half display by the then coach of Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, over Luis Enrique. But boss, after Champions League, no completely different from the Club World Cup. Where no normal be ekum. Nakato said tactics, movements, character. And the defining Champions League, so person o qualify, equal the next stage, so person ogia. Last season, team a friend the PSG, actually, Chelsea Jimmy no, o match said that normal me sending na, omu obia, ombe to me a head musomba twaso, ababaji the third title. But PSG and Chelsea, the last Champions League, of course, between PSG and Chelsea. PSG eliminated Chelsea twice in the knockout phase of the Champions League. The last two Omumienu Asia in the knockout phase no Nina PSG are eliminated my friend Chelsea. Chelsea in the last 6 games are Omaboetia French opposition Chelsea are winning in Siena 6 wins in 6 against French opposition. It was a Chelsea modemo against French sides. I was 3 years pa. My friend PSG so the last 3 times are omobo ediatia English opposition but player muso to me I qualified through those 3 times. The last 2 knockout fixtures between PSG and Chelsea. PSG and Chelsea free mienum. Ni mienum na PSG you am free. Chelsea ahode I was 3 years pa against French opposition, 6 wins in the last 6 for team my friend Chelsea. PSG so what against English opposition the last 3 ties are omabono PSG to me qualify and now to me winning these last 3 ties. Into a trust say records no e mo de ye pa for both teams. Now yan ko baby a ehu hia no de ebetumi abo game no the tactical details. Me pesa ya ko the last time Luis Enrique and Liam Rosenoa ehia in the French league. Now Rosenoa was Strasbourg and Luis Enrique PSG. Almost shower Parc des Princes a Korea 3-3. Strasbourg eba as high as 3-1 and a PSG sabet take ano. Yencha no mabia a course our matching for images no etoso mame. Strasbourg away. Or not all away against a very tough opposition or with the aim of man-to-man pressing against PSG. And that Facebook no so. Me pesa me twa adwensi bibi so. Makwa kire the last time 2 teams no and 2 coaches no ACI. Coaches no Liam Rosenoa started from the first minute man-to-man pressing against PSG. Koko anim wo images no so mame na obia hwebi our Angela from Kumasi 96.1 Facebook. From goal kicks in open play, man to man. So now Liam Rosenoa fall back in a 5-4-1 zonal block or making sure say or pressing from that block in a man to man fashion. That was the aim of Liam Rosenoa as Strasbourg, a weaker opponent against PSG at the Parc des Princes. Miss Subium, Pat the Princess na PSG no ho den no. Liam Rose no akọ no okọ with the man-to-man pressing.
Johnny live on Facebook, the tactical governor, or no tactics ne de egunimu. Tactical where sound is no bia. O ramu ye pa PSG and Chelsea.
Mami PSG so de PSG against Liam Rose no so Strasbourg no. Almost so called man-to-man pressing. PSG, they don't compromise on their man-to-man pressing. Et Luis Enrique, Abba benchek Varaskelia because when to me and Kwankwa pressing a marker. Not much, no, about 70th minute. Still now Luis Enrique was insisting, say, the team back man-to-man against opposition now on the neighbor. But Varaskelia and or benching in the next game. It shows you the intention of PSG. So money will bobo na almost per man-to-man. It's the last time our two teams this year, Liam Rosenua, equal man-to-man. So for Liba a 5-4-1 block, still now no pressure from within that block in a man-to-man fashion. PSG so pressure, no so pressure in a man-to-man fashion. It's two coaches are ideologically per man-to-man presses and a babyshan. Aha. And then comedian now.
Governor Yanko.
Man-to-man presses and name a very, very important. And I'll be surprised to say Liam Rosenua and man-to-man. Because the last two matches are Liam Rosenua against Arsenal and Aston Villa, Nina or man-to-man. PSG, big match, Bia or man-to-man. Monaco Champions League man-to-man. Barcelona Champions League man-to-man. Bayern Munich man-to-man. They don't compromise on it. Liam Rosenua's last two matches, Aston Villa, any team my friend, Arsenal Football Club at Emirates, and also man-to-man. It's an incomodiano. Me focus more on the man-to-man pressing. Why the bet to me taking advantage of the other in terms of say more common to man now generally say obi common to man or person or take away control on person obenya quiet to me asese boni ye on person bet to me territory on person bet to me easy possession on the ball and or take away control it most of the teams on main aim ni say on be breaking man to man press no man to me control now make a control or be push you into a block. No one man easy possession, no one to me relieve territory, no control game. Sana teams in Bebre, a pen against man to man. But some two teams way, just in the PSG, no, almost man to man. It is not just about control. They want to take advantage of the 1v1s across the pitch and create artificial transitions. Obe to me, I push you back. No one relieve possession, no one man territorial control. No. Yes, but 1v1 now across the pitch, no, or person or taking advantage of that 1v1, no, they create chances, no audition goals. Angel, chance in here, chance who power PSG, almost who power. It is not just about control; it goes beyond control, taking advantage of the 1v1s across the pitch, creating chances and scoring goals. O petim ba kwa, one ne kwa ko bobo now come man to mana. And this so to me also stay power a PSG. From goal kicks, over to me I said Jumano. Say PSG Jabono, no more baby goal kicker. Or pressing in a man-to-man where you can get them. Because a Chevalier or Danokrano, the nine and Sada and yet in terms of ball playing, or yet that good compared to the likes of maybe Ederson and the likes. It is our pressure from goal kicks. But what is the problem? Nuno Mendes and Ashraf Hakimi, the fullbacks. And when a problem ni free. Now, Liam Rosenua been say, Obeko in a hybrid press. Obama the winger, I'll push it inside. I'll press center back. Now, I'm on fullback. I'll be jumping on Nuno Mendes and Ashraf Hakimi. There's a problem there. The problem is the distance. Samalo Gusto never started right back. So Rich James never started right back. Now Sir Pedro Neto the winger inside. Aqua press William Patois. As a Rich James right back no a back press no. Now the distance of the press no say obey late in the jump. When you are late in the jump for PSG, post player and yet because Nuno Mendes is blitzing past you. or carry ball or dribble their phone and now say or engage in a give and go. It will be pass my winger no quickly with the America no co receive lay off no now or running the call. My mema perfect example against Barcelona at the Montjuic. First goal now Mayulu say no perfect example. It is Liam Rosenua so pe kwan bi so a Chelsea fon be press ya omunye late in the jumps from goal kick. Otumiye ni here oba force PSG into uncomfortable situations. As omo Colombo mo no ahesa Trevor Chalobah mo ebetumi pick those balls. But so we na adwe so obekọ in a hybrid press. Na neto moma kọ. Na Reece James aba. But so Reece James ni ba no ban in time there okay but oyi later Nuno Mendes ebe man watching no. Ashraf Hakimi on the other side ebe man watching no because this is a PSG team. They can dribble and carry. They are runners of the ball and a boss player omu rotate. The rotations na PSG against man-to-man press no. And the mom who ye hu pa. We be sha Vitinha and sparking the rotations. Say omo building with the back three na Nuno Mendes aka two center backs no one. Nuno Mendes who say Vitinha drop pepe. Nuno Mendes will have to push high. Or push high, winger no so able push it inside. Some rotations with boss player. It is very difficult for you to cope. It's NHS for very, very careful. So come on to man against PSG because this is a PSG side that the qualitative superiority of the players in the 1v1 situations in our so. Odema Bakola Obechun, Varascalia Echun, Due Echun. Nuno Mendes chon, Ashraf Hakimi chon, and no yet the qualitative superiority that is the dribbling and the carrying. And no more pass and go no or pass no the Americano the bonnetti near lane off no the call and also say another thing rotations or rotatia. A normal mienu na soye. So rotating pressing and Makacho say who rotating press are adding rotating pressing and saying player A about player B zone one is a first player A no. It has to pass off marker. Who pass off marker na communications na anya adwuma. You create the free man. Who create free man na be harding. It what teams in here say you follow your marker. It is a center forward or drop up a penalty box mukra. Center back no marking no dinachi. Now sawiye ni sansua. You get a player in the center back zone or no onya dia oho. This is the situation that PSG created power against man-to-man presses. It tells you very careful. Now, for Chelsea, so they are also excellent against man-to-man presses, as we saw against Arsenal. Chelsea, involve goalkeeper no in the press, and in the build-up, because goalkeeper they be a +1 or better pressure no. Chelsea for and Rossi in their build-up. They constantly look for third man runs and the freezer Rosenua across by no will allow some fluidity. Our players who can see say a bit drop high, a bit drop low. Now this is also a solution to the man to man press. It appears the fund the na can be no Chelsea fund so will be. Now Chelsea so what the individual qualities to manipulate 1v1 situation. Enzo Gio betumia down, Palma Gio betumia down, Ja Pedro Gio betumia down. It is just for making sure say with these solutions they have, almost betumia take advantage of team and friend PSG and so a man-to-man pressing. It is both teams no, and what the tools are. To media manipulating each other's man-to-man presses. But there I'm a person Chelsea for when ye. Aye Dembele so was start here. Sound dropping now or drop banechi. And try to overload the front press. No idea down no. As Chelsea for very, very careful. Against Liverpool and Weketiomo, against Arsenal last season and Weketiomo. They have to be very, very careful of Dembele movement against the presses. No, so or drop the banechi, no about Bejia or create separation against any marker within a chi. I think that man-to-man presses will be a vital part of the game. Nyambwene enumre. Chelsea sitting in a zonal block. Oman getting enough pressure on the ball, boss player. The space in behind, no. PSG have runners on bet to me taking advantage of it. The 1v1 battles, especially in the wide areas, are very important. In 10-10 what bet to me getting the better out of Omakano, a very, very, very important. Cucurella will be needed. and then in the 1v1s against either Due, Bakola and will be a Beboho, and the other side and so Rhys James will be needed in the 1v1s against every winger and any winger on the Bebo on that side. It's a PSG any Chelsea game no. A match both teams no, it with the tools to take advantage of each other in the counter attacks. PSG with the quality, Chelsea with the quality, so I'm to me taking advantage of team and friend PSG. But Chelsea able to me more advantage in the counter attacks because boss player PSG and raise defense in those situations no. And yet it's I say in that situation, so kasa mima obidi able to me rinia. Boss player PSG at home team, remember more the advantage. Remember PSG 55% because of the home now. Boss player more bono. Remember Chelsea 45%. Over 2.5 able to me see. Kakrabi or Man City.
The time on our pound way. Both me and my prediction brief there.
Oh, boss player, I'm expecting City to win. Real Madrid injuries and another day.
Okay.
Real Madrid injuries.
But that's about. Yeah, maybe hey young sapono. But penimphobia per ubia. Obey Jumabi Ediamo Munti sachet water operators and omope almost per beggars. Sachet water operators what me operate the Koyo machine, yes. Umuhia unti guys na mutie na juma na mede ma ono. Has what me operate Koyo machine. Me directors be here umombe operate sa machine na fomo san pe beggars. Amoma ye adwumanti. Aha no tie adwuma ba na de afema ma. Na wonya adwuma enti guys ni nyina monhala ewo 0545546890 wa wonim adwuma we ye no wadwuma na abai eye pass wuti ha wo be from be fam sisi a 0545546890 and a 0207 179435 0207 179435 me am penim fo bi mu hia sankrofo no my adwuma yes sachet water operators and beggars and mu hia nti wa obetimi operate no free out of France don and I quick before adwuma na wetimi abo adwuma kama Vinicius Medasepa nyansa pobranso ye ba be wuram and voices ni ye ready nti e be go straight na fe ya hwese de abedwafo enyansa po no ehon ensem esi etie ejori bibia boko de
obanyi kesi
quickly na before some con be 2 minutes Chelsea mobo
yes yebo against Tima ye show mo club world cup don ye from onsem na betie bigi kakra na nyame adoma and I think say don it is going to be a game wow be game in the bia don menyi say what's our time cry be end-to-end stuff Chelsea be bought PSG but as I said yesterday I believe the Paris Saint-Germain former last year now don't know more the Champions League most of the players no form don't know form from Hakimi and they had one of the best goalkeepers in their posers at that time Donnarumma was switching about Manchester City so more deficiencies in their setup and then, although I'm defending champions of the Champions League and one or two players are game changing players but with what I have seen from them in the 2 legs they played against Monaco and recently the league game they played against Monaco say if Chelsea players what they are doing said club world cup now they were doing the right things at the right time a game Paris Saint-Germain more but I believe say Chelsea about 55% chance of winning even the first leg and second leg net me abaso but said it on yekano in a game over Dembele over these guys are said about the kakano winning the Champions League nature say if Chelsea anya omonioma ye kakra probably be a 2-2 drop bit me happen in the first leg but I believe that if there will be a winner then I'm tipping Chelsea say ombetimi ewini sa game ni nyame adma don enti don again ba kwa me say na no be de basa de no e ma manfo ye kura mu o patase ni ewura mu okru from no ye Super Loving Sports bar no e okru from yan sika fminti obi a wutie bi ene na wa share sports team no na ye nyina de Champions League ne e the live commentary everywhere e
Angel 96.1
and the all chance here Eddie Amaido akwaba
yes don sama majoso
Fabre
yo don me dan say ene akwanyan
na anope first half on Angel 96.1 yen fan shesha so Emma yeti for ene anope ewo honomo. Yes, Don Sama mahu say Black Stars captain Jordan Ayew wadin komo with yenu penin countryman Songo na nkomo no na edoso concerning Black Stars your World Cup your core preparations players know how motivated are they any idea wadin komo pinwa. But there was a portion in the interviewer Jordan Ekasaye about say yebetimia add other players apart from Omoa ebi omomia akwan ball qualifiers no, and Jordan Ayew feels Black Stars ehia any addition bia of course say players ball qualifiers for the World Cup aya qualify no there was squad and I say your players materials enough you call World Cup na you bet me performing. But upon a follow-up question no Jordan consider you say on your coach. So though I don't know an opinion, but the coach might also have different ideas. I think say some Koma Jordan DA. So the first part of the commoner, someone can even conclude without listening to the answer of the follow-up question. No, I'll say some commenter Jordan here, you know, it could be a recipe for chaos at our Black Stars camp. Because for a captain to say we don't need another player in the camp, and I say he feels the squad we have no a good enough say a bit more qualify and I say bit me ya performing our World Cup no. Say captain Ekasa don't some ekuta wait. Yes, I agree. Say the captain also is a Ghanaian. I will bit must share any opinion on matters for football any other issue because a Ghanaian. But as a captain for the national team, the Black Stars, you know, or comment, you know, I will say you're very, very guided. Because or comment, you know, it can lead to confusion our camp. And some more can follow up question say on your coach, I'm say a honor didn't soak a cry a go assembly so mommy. Because as a captain there, we know say you are in charge, say the playing body, colleagues are only more ball on the foot of play, no. But in your united sub players, no. So you're captain ultimately Sadia Noa. Idea about brought him no to a very large extent. And it's not time be you can't Steven Tornado appear sem. Say Black Stars captains. Obaka captains be brave. But our yeah time pay so dear. But say Steven Appiah was one of the best captains, if not the best. He is among the best captains Ghana anya. Dientra. Yes, Appiah no nimbo ne boy pa. But me sure say ne boy no boy any quantina. Most Ghanaians for say or you're one of the best captains. Because of the egos in our camp. Anyhow, as a captain, or making sure say, obetimi ama harmony, aba camp, obetimi a settle, ebi a small dispute to be before cross say, ebi a coach kwangote, nebi a pia solve, or making sure say, players eba, those days no Muntari Mubia for Inter Milan eba, any a day, John Menson for Muti Muba, any a day, as Samoa Jan kutomu egos. Oh, but Steven Appiah, as a captain, what you say, Tambia or my peace ever camp. So as a captain, Jordan Ayew, so Bob want to catch a Ghana for say, you dear you full say, we the players are qualified, you know, are good enough for the World Cup and we don't need any additional. May I suggest say Ebasa now we hear the coach I got two problem because say coach ni who say though you qualified but material say kuta any ABA game plan I made call World Cup no opponent yebeshia how I want to meet them no. We have other players maybe or more Ghana crowd border. Maybe qualifiers for Mobi, but the coach feels almost a role. I'll meet me play I bet Black Stars are. Now captain and so our opposite idea. Said American it could create chaos our camp because as captain no a bassa that's the only coach and be a coach at the place of a camp. But one peneso because you full say more qualify you know more meet my jumano. Say bassa pe ubenya players bia on be co-captain side and then I adwene say I no cre ya ne abra qualify by the same afide makofan kro fa be kan ho ne ade ubenya bi so a almost full say e bia coach no so hear the right thing I almost be co other side and Ebasa Minjin this about the cause of the Black Stars. But said Jordan on one who say yes, though I feel we can do the job, but the coach might have different ideas. I think say Hona and my man I say me bottom yam kakra. Because yes, the captain must know say in terms of squad selection, the coach and in charge. Coach better discuss with you as a captain on matters be concerning selection here the idea. But the final decision no our coach in some. And for a captain to say we are okay, we don't think we need any other additions apart from here qualify the holiday, meaning Jordan and Yajon baby so betting kasa. But to go further and say yes, I am not the coach. I think say on one realize say though or an opinion, but the coach and the kuta the mandate selection no obetimi. So what I'm saying is as a captain for the national team, you have your opinions, but also who say o comment about Biano is so sensitive. I was guided very, very well. Obakai 2002 World Cup. Proud to the World Cup. World Cup Rukayan started. Anna Roy Keane, England for sacking free camp. Yes, England sacked Roy Keane from camp. Sorry, Ireland, because now only the coach at loggerheads. Of course, preparations no more methods be a coach no more training any their standards be a coach they ma no. Of course, Roy Keane, Captain Man U near there, big boy. But Penifoni who say, dear Roy Keane, one here at the chaos, baba. And Bisa who say, Ireland call World Cup on the say, which is normal with them. But they make say, as a captain, sometimes your comments a bit more create confusion among the supporters. I believe some paid Jordan, are you? Watching again. But it is good, say, or no answers who say he is not the coach and the coach is in charge. Don't understand what I say.
Tomarakis.
About it, cha.
Johnny live on Facebook, Angel FM Kumasi 96.1. Nyansapo, the chat walk run our chimu, and I kejegum. Suga, Akwaba.
Penny Major, so now,
yes, Bokoyanko.
Me feel say, Jordan, are you comment, and an interview, with few months to the World Cup. Some comments will make it and all make it the same comment. And say, well, monitor how interview no koya. Months ahead, and I interview no ekoso. In fact, time your boy qualifies in terms of AFCON, I ain't qualify no. And your boy World Cup qualifies, I was a bit more qualify no. That was where the interview was granted. And so the interview there. Now, me feel say he spoke as a captain at that time because yes, me sure say even at that time never qualifies in Bona or ne boys ne bono. On him say your team we will need additions going forward. But as a captain, your book AFCON qualifies and qualify. Your World Cup qualifies. You are the captain of the team. Media man at the microphone best when him and do we need additions? If you say answer of the presenter was the right answer, unless you want to bring chaos to the team, because one, you qualify AFCON, World Cup, I expect to qualify. Not the captain of the team. I guarantee you say, if you say you bring additions to the team. Meanwhile, AFCON, you World Cup qualifies the movie. One place in the tier, you know, be forced to buy. Oh, your captain class just say na person buana usu judi because captain as a captain your World Cup now na you qualify so do say when I captain they qualify in 2026 na you na voice bit ma qualify no wo ko kana bonte say you be here additions na say office nya de me na say yasimasi then you ho na be kan be fasa game no enti e bet me aba say obia anyi ne yamumo afi na sadi division be betimi nim. And at that point in time, me feel say it was the right answer to give the presenter. But see, no can say if you said the microphone says see Jordan Nimbema, I'm very very sure say he won't say the kind of time because now you have qualified say we team Kuteno from number 1 to number 23. There were big issues over team him. Or be on one man a war former a giddy and I'm for calling for Andrea you because yet Ghanaian boys are more boys here, local and foreign. When partner a year who kuta from pa, you need to so bit maybe a control magic. mundia, you need your best players and here for the mundia. And if you say interview with interview bia, if you say I'm at the right time, but once a captain ne comment to no abeto nti no where they are you be analyze issues no na yetimi akwanim. Now in terms of a goalkeeping impono 3 goalkeepers no omu na ye sure bet ye very Benjamin Asare omprai na or kwa atidigi any other player goalkeeper be kwa omu mi say na ye sure bet in terms of the World Cup ayeko the right back Alidu Seidu any akwatete no Brighton ya okọ eyi omu na no omu form no enye papa
Lamte pra
so
be 6 months ni
yes
Alidu Seidu what bench sisi a bench sa
enti
what is a bench one what
yes
enti weekend this
Emma bibia checkle say don your big issue at hand now ushe your players are free in gym no one bench about 13 players the likes of Mohamed Kuru Sepra, Francis Abu, Kwajo Opon Pepra, Enes Nyama, Salisu Mohamed, Tarek Lamte. Thomas Partey is a bench warmer. Thomas Partey is a bench warmer or Villarreal. Going forward, Thomas Partey, when Timian Soren Nasu Biema, you found one thing at the Mundia, a sema, a serious. Again, we are no frua. Kamadin, Suleiman, or Atlanta, or a bench warmer. In fact, or big problem in decision making. The decision making are very, very poor. Or not untivoid tono so or sakwa bench on my ho. Who and if you are Ali decided to pra Prince Edu Kobna, Nansaya
Ali Dum try.
Ali do every bench here, bench over. Sorry. Yes. Now Prince Kwabra Edu and Nancy but so a Grams crab near that no or no so was sassy or me bench. What I say, Jonas Adete is a bench warmer. Oba Black Stars are not bad. He's a bench warmer in the form of Ben on the World Cup, no. And so Busame dia, even the captain, Jordan used to because he's a bench warmer. The performance, a championship at the same, and your crisis. That is the reason why me feel say together with your group play, against Panama, against England, and then against Croatia, no. Your World Cup, one of the worst World Cups in room. Yes. Your place when the most is or be any form. Omuna say bench homers. Mamincho there only Semenyo. Semenyo Memfa City and the Bema for Assassino made a blaster performance. And Nunti among for Gusu call it because what Sansa Crampono or Black Sasa would say me. And cry away to the 50 way, every day Omuka Bob on the papa upon the camera. There's a blaster just by summer, no my different place. And to be judges are not based on the Black Star 3 matches. Was it 3 goals? Why just 2 assists, 5 contribution? I am very, very poor. I am very, very poor. Now, your team bueno and say your home. It me feel say one where circumstance now voice now about no any other soprano. And then you said the microphone cinema, he won't say the Adewakano because the team there from head to top the form flat. Technically, at the form, now your World Cups are yakwa, ya dear pano. In 2006 and in 2010. In 2006, your first World Cup are yakwa, players at the koye, and at that time, teams are no more bono, na I was through, and no boy may acquire a koye de my. Now,
1 minute left.
1 minute. Okay, then means 1 minute, no, a bed de kakra. Name your team at the core. 2006 no. Ushep at that time Neo you bit me counter about 8 players or more form or World Cup no. And eventually in 2006 your more one echo so echo do baby say do near fie. Now in 2010 na players no graduate because they be abo in 2010 as a club and your big clubs or mobile or minute or mobile and you go in 2010 near the 2009 World Cup players were formed. You can't say the same about this current team because your team yabo Afcon mienu nina yang qualify in 1.2 points. Other one I qualify yang qualify ene de kono siko kone skirmishes bia abo qualify for World Cup team way team a don me so say ki o play because Cambodia no o yire ho a o say be Black Stars ni bi because team way pa the place so there e da so ni ho enti Black Pani Jordan adeba kwa kama ni die ho ene say wo see wo da so shock say o ye Black Stars captain e no kre because Black Stars no na deni enim na brem no sa na tia enka captain somebody can be enshada enti say you are favored to be the Black Stars captain and you know you are complete because enka obo we pa ne how what my bobo do there enka Black Stars captain en fatao e dey striking wise kwa kambem but adom enti we ase no adom wa de bi ase bia no emfa ho ne de oye e na we captain eye but asema kan ye mi so say enema ye microphone unka biem enti Jordan Kafra why but
Suga
interview no em say amayi
me da super
96.1
HOD Nyansapo and Ebay. Join live on Facebook, Angel FM Kumase 96.1. Yentio.
But as a chairman, may I sure say, said your money a pay one year. Na Jordan, are you? Almost a tournament in our kono, young quachri, nti. Young phobia make a woman command a ball, my dear. And all my qualifying. Nti as one done. Was it even important saying what he said? We are going to a World Cup. Jordan, to our now your ordinary supporter to say me Ghanaian. Who are Reshemu players here in the World Cup? GDO. You've been fortunate to witness or to play with some of the best players in our national team. Said don't Jeff okay. We saw the team in the 2006 World Cup. Satam don Oba Africa how now open the best of midfield. Lai Kingston, Sule Muntari, Stephen Appiah, Mike Lessien. Should these players Adomabo Mudin? Let's look at 2010. 2010 NBA players is a Koja Samoa. Calvin Prince Boateng. Midfield that's na make you. O check his uncle for way in our don. Rabiu any guys no makana. Ebi mo your opportunity ebe wura mu a. We saw what they gave us. 2014 Brazil. Ya kwa don yo ba ku mienu bi kosisi ye. Ben ko teama ye de call Brazil. The first of our national team going to the 2022 World Cup. Shekudus form and Akudus kra. You cannot say same for the Adikwe. Why we are captain born unya be more. Ishaku Fatao the on and off. Kamadin Suleiman abon unya be more. Thomas Tepate 25 20 ebi a woman who starting row akubi. And you are okay, sir. Any question will be able with this performance. Don't my case 48 now qualify no. Me just sure see any more on the bonnet players na edikwe. Who ye are rank here? 48 no we be the 45 now 46. And more the morning you don sama. And just say be on person you be a don't know be kan okre. Fine, you bet me contract there ho. You bet me no you won asre. But I believe so the reality is that we've gone to the World Cup. This is our 5th World Cup ayeko. But when you want open a tournament ayeko, a reshemu wo from pa this particular setup. Eti capito na miene no kre. I think say me name pressure be and was what am I granted this interview. But if you don't want can kereboa. The substance in this interview, substance ni free. We don't have a proper team. And I'm telling you, anymore. So if Yetimini Osno Doi Kasano or Jitum, no beboa, we need him. The performance order the demand Nottingham Forest. Your players would send no more from channel. You can't say. Just say be a person chantro. Once he is available, you shouldn't be okay. We have to take them. And then I come back on TNF and penny phone be keka and obi a from one or my maniadia. It was a quaint come yet. But see a person near make an impact. Ya pasi ya ko na Ghana phone mu se kwa yi enye se bi ekoso so na numbers ne so ye na emom ya ko boy homode a don I think say every Ghanaian na ye be hu ye nim de bia obo no homode bia no we have to call the person. It brings me back to my next topic no Juan Juman so ka say John Pinto madam for say John e ka say Croatia match na dey by in England dey local derby obwa John Pinto obwa local derby bay. Wow, to our Casasamui, I offer. Look at them in the None. England performance for your boy. Ubajaka say, look at Debbie. I see a Passia my own force OP. At the end of England, and England, Ghana. Yabatna, baby, a Tiaka say, you know, match, look at Debbie. Player for player. BBMU. Don't. How they are doing their things. I'm players now. A clear bone of contention between one and one number 10. Bellingham and Asa Morgan Rogers. Yamoko Pama Mukredi. What year can Kudus? Well, play in time over. Partay Nabimo. Declare Rice move former. Don't know more for Hasnano. And be a partable. What the Sibu? I have a two Ababe Janaka say a local derby. Sibu only declares a pay. And your local derby net. And your local derby chira. Yenya Santrona Yetano. Ya boy man for the even don't Yanka the Henderson Usiakai, Emma Crystal Palace, which happens to be near number 2. Abrantia Freno, you go keep Benjamin Asai, on to the Henderson will be. We don't want to be truthful to ourselves. As a World Cup na ekono, your friend so and you need one year sere. You need proper team baby. Look at the Croatian national team. At the age of 40 years, look at the Milan derby Abaso. Look at Modric Bosse, the midfield. Against Belamo, Inter Milan set up him. Ujabio and Rakaja say a local derby. Local derby. Me say, Yamon Paya, we will see the West. We will see the West. As the assistant coach of the senior national team, I'm not expecting you to be saying some of these things. The only thing you can say, you prepare. We are hoping here, don't be probably free mama. But to come out and say a local derby, who are you deceiving? Some are you now so that and upon wash there. Also, is count
1 minute left.
80 open.
Is what yes, but so bound per 1 years count one go to.
Maybe I made read just a good discount.
Hence, have been a system.
I bet you and so some baby wow. It's all reopen.
It's all to where be a canoe.
That's an open for
John Pinto baby. I would draw no on Soren come my uncle Gisca. Ubu beso make out of me.
Casa Quache say, Sagana for a team yet. Near see ya, ye kwani eluswa. I want to make us na kwesi. Tina ma me sem ne be mu no. Ba me ka say John kwani ma me. Don but ni nyina mu ni se don. I say ade yi. Na so betra na sibo nya bi money e ka don nya bi bo. But we team ma and he experienced player in our midfield air party. He's struggling. We are just telling your players no. Any handless in said don. They know the right thing. They know say this team and your team as a Ghana for to na Eddie Rasham. Yeah, Ghana for. Yeah, you never person on your mabekoyi. But I tell you, Don Sama, where we find ourselves, any place in the World Cup we. Some see it to me win baako, a board draw baako na nyame. Yeah, win baako, near board draw baako, na nyame abem. Because maybe a drain, you be maybe I consider by 9 or 10 goals. It's possible. And now grown and make it's possible. Where possible, it be very possible. And the possible, but could be by and to be possible. Baby, a way possible, idiot. It's Yenya and your may. Not on World Cup na yekono. We should make sure say Yenya no yenu one. Capito de Dianama, now assistant coach de Dianama, now fair president. Let's stop lying to ourselves. Your team and your good team. We've gone to the World Cup from 2006. Yamese Bako. This current World Cup ayeko. Your team no other form. Tienya abutre. Niamfa by 130 see abekono yenya humiliation scoreline bia ne betimi asaba ne yetimi be rebuild the team no na bia subsequent tournament e dey ni na nioma betimi akoso.
The most informed Ghanaian player in the Serie A Kayari player no Ibrahim Sulemana on the commanding minute wo kama di mu nyina no omu commanding minute in the Serie A ekuban mu omu nyina omu bebo kakra no muko. But Ibrahim Sulemana, when was the last time he saw Bob Blasters maybe?
Yeah, I think they done. On the end there, he was injured. Almost friend who qualifies Namibia. And also he moved for Atlanta to cry. So I think they don't call up here, baby. If he's not included there, they all can. And I've watched most of the matches on my book. Oh, Italy, the minute I and in the performance, he deserves to be part. Not only being part. Yes.
Not Jordan so can
yes. I
no man crophobia.
I know what you man no
more form. Parte you bet me a yine free Medford or Calib Kuman.
Yes.
Yeah, empower no your friends. Caribbean Renchi.
Yes.
Irenchi
because Nigella, he is playing in the middle. He is playing in the middle.
Eti mumfa no man to
Kasa no Jordan nya kasa no mbom pebi mo.
Ponja. Yentio.
Don't me that say. Me sure say John Pentel. Kevin dear goodness one up. My name is say now can Commonwealth Derby. Na local derby. Yeah, I'm say ye UK for ye be diagro. And o kan ho asem na aka say local derby. Ye tipens when service abrofia ye to agu o mo boss so derby no na ma ani je ne ade. Me nyi ni say hono odwene. Wa fa ne o matra because ono Black Star no onye opportunity ne tra. Ne fi say bia anka onuru ye mu bi fi say na anka ba bia ugina nkra onui as assistant coach omugufu ye nyina no don say opportunity a wo ye adwuma don betimi dia che Black Star captain Jordan Ayew kakra bi to a level that me fi say me nim die mu fi say time na wo de kan asem no don na a different era and they are on cancer asem no me sure say at the time of omobo qualifiers na Black Star we engagement no and a journalist ni be bisa ne say ye here addition no badwen say say football team bia no don obi here compartment obi here say ye benya telepathy inti bia sa na obeka no but me very sure say nenanka the same journalist ni din komo na ye kan wasem ya don ono Jordan Kranka so yi ne ho frim because football na ankasa no eye bre ene ye dey ball eye mre Obo bie no na we active. Now football sa na tie o. Sabu your teacher ni grana nchen kwala de a. Obo it is a unya active obo de bia. Don't you can play and be successful. Don't tell me say Kudus ebenya hoden before the World Cup. No one expect to say Kudus be more performance and all dey ma no. Time one hoden no. It doesn't happen. Say your CM your best player, your better consistent player abesamenyo adentia. Wa hit it from Bournemouth to Man City. And has been scoring, playing, always at a good position to play. And to say, it's Obiaso on their form. The sad thing is that on say, Asama okay, and go to Adam my almost self good. Now come up a better scout to be. Now don't update here those who are playing. Said you walk on Biasamo Italy is here. See a quite Italy is here near Borawa. Don't people are not looking at those who almost look at friend say Suleiman. Almost look at Ekuba Numna. Free bench and Ebano, but they don't go further to look at other Ghanaians. Consistently they are playing because of perception. Yeah, you want it. Don't say Nano, you can say Bubodia, even on England. You better your friends say Abo captain Dean, but the captain on many occasions and more born will mobi. But the fact is that say Annie Benyano. It's the young who dentino, don't yani a movie no. Say Cassa, you won't say baby be a World Cup. Yana and Grofonti Asekakra. Don't our first World Cup was in 2006. Even proud to that one, though Yanya Diabebre, I think in Egypt 2006, they qualified for AFCON. I got to Papa Subia the Koye, so Bekaya 2010, yeah, could be no proud to that. Yeah, but final, I think it's in Angola or so. It's a performance, no show. Even in 2014, proud to that. 2013, is a South Africa or so. Nigeria, you know, with Stephen Keshi near about semi-final. And the fact is that a form and how they call it, but it's a case from 2022. Don't yen team qualify in free group stage because your performance ewo AFCON 2021 and your papa and yet Cameroon yakugu wani masi. The same thing and a yes ako we no even subsequent friend say a Cote d'Ivoire no yakwakugu wani masi. Last one year boy crowd and qualify. One I catch him say a team no better better. I need to capture because me and Frubia. Captain no mechanic crash no players be crowd how me dey chair bebre players be Bogana League o me dey chair nkofo bebre e na ye frɛ wo mo but e sa na sese ba etime dey ha me an say o mo ntimi nya adwene emfa expand o mo scouting system no na dom ntimi mfred the needed players that be am ka same way say men sure we crown down ahead of 2006 World Cup the likes of coach Saki semenya dini ya no mo US ni ade ni I deploy mo as scouts many players on the bar on board no and my coach ni nya opportunity etimi select those who are good and the players we were a compete womo Habib of Kinfesa and Esila Ilia France Ilia Sumoa omo Kumasi Asante ko compete womo e ma don ye nya the best and ye di wura mu a na enye easy emfama Ghana but at least obi ahun say ye modern mono apart from Italy ye lose ye no the other matches no until Brazil and be ye free mu any ade it tells you say o prepare here okoko onim even 2014 crowd done when you see hono the eventual winners Germany what Brazil send 7 2-2 it tells you how prepared and the players no say they know mu draw tie and they don't any bisa and the boy ya hekobo yan kan kore ye kofa hwan mu na ko Inaki Williams hwan mu ne ye do mo koye sa din tie ne ade no we don't have it see even our goalkeeper cry local goalkeeper don ya bona consistently has not been on the spot obeda pomu kotokone has ye be bona baso the following match or matches no don you will not like him eti ade no nye bisa na ye de ko eti meme the Oscars me na me wo administration mu na don enka be ya me kan na say enka me biem afa new players are omodin fa so that it will be good for our future and yet the names na ye wona ye hunu shi wo mu no na ye de akoba na Ghana for time ni duru ha ye yakasa ball ni ye hunu de abo bia go man nya hwe na ya pon na ye ye film ni asaba na koye festival de amaye but say wo dream future that's how you plan sometimes follow Germany for na don at the time omu ni o manya no to me to obobo no my better plan e better take you omu 2 consecutive World Cups cry don't do that on 2014 no match obi no match no but yes sir you feel say the same names no and Esekobo knowing very well say they cannot produce anything they cannot give us anything this is how Ghana we do our things. Now don't Sankaya kind of crepa this kind of setter on many occasions you know and just say be me pursue but you see your ability to let us know the players now baby no don't a chair scouting in fact a chair scouting Sanka coaches no fa and my ya and come say ya Black Star 23 never friend no emu 10 don't you said any more but they are coming in to give us something yen na ebe commend ya na ebe say ye nim no eye but what the same names maybe joining Omu Egypt 2019 ya don e dey ben na opa man but about 80% names Omu dia ba besu sabre Omu na double Black Star where are we going agudi e die tamani ya de no I have Coach Afrani Argentina 2001 if I'm right Omu enkwala ni bi ne de bebo Mali 2002 so be ka de osakufo nya problem no e na a graduate ba sa ye de ba ya afcon de dem nyina pie free mu say ye nya se be ko ya nim dia e na da bia de we mu na baje appearance fee ni winning bonus na ni afrim ni aba prese ye be qualify that is the only thing we are for and here don't see cabin na to go anopa ma me encha Mr. Pobi Obusuafo on this Nyansapo hour ye kan sem bi say ya ni akai no don ma me fa ba no si
Mr. Jonathan Abepobi's corner eno ene Nyansapo no nani wie
Mr. Jordan I think say enen seminar take center stage and I believe say you never heard that angle near T ya kan adwa fa ho yi don Jordan sema or the two jan enye no achi ya nkomo achi yi pa so but NNP so we just need to address the issue sisi ya na aba no Dominic Jordan ya adwon baby me no enya adwon baby in a way say at the time I busa the question there don you the be catch say that's the right call so it's all kind of say because we leader baby adu no e busa sa seminar I say to me show the players no mama for who say oh players no mo ya de dem mu no circumstance bi na ama yantimi amon yi so utimi etena se wo ho because we a leader of the team e busana ka say bia oh team de enye kura team ni nya kura o e bedwen say bia o pese o chese nkofo bi nya ade so o show the players no e bia be ka so you the best of players but no be na nkoye entini yantimi an qualify so don't when you be adwin or that angle ba bia be na nya adwini the national team no enye club football na yakase bia you already start 30 players here for the whole season no national team no enye kotoko anase Brekum Chelsea anase bia Manchester United no ka tell me say season way Man United had the 40 players and about the entire season. No. Don't national team no based on performance near the free players. National team no at a particular time no players on modern but also you know and a coaches scout on board. And untina don't once upon a time yeah ball leg and we say and no man kwe no yeah you know vocatis yeah Fred Benjamin sorry. Initially na sorry and team no na sa asalimpo di ni picture him initially even Frederick Kasari of Kotoko no can the beginning of the qualifiers no bedu baby no ofimu Emma Benjamin sorry ebe damu ye fra no man be damu menei obetu atiziki nyina it tells you say national team no enye baby a say ye bi window entiafa players in family eye core of the team there or that but you always make sure say players on modern ball so you know on board no matter for the growth of the national team. Don't Nansobe Kaya there was speculation behind the course of Madrid on Vinicius Junior. Oh, Pifu say Mbappe air ban on your happy. Beka say even Mbappe before Bampono, he was always talking with Mbappe. Say Omra Madrid. Though the best players, they always want the best players around them. And until I come out there, they always buy the best of players. But I'm not the best of players because Messi Mpono, no here Neymar on the side. Ronaldo no here Benzema on the side with Garibemo. So we are national team. Now you're Jordan you are. And so Philly say, me are the best of players out me who are. Let team no perform here. And Bobby call me a leader. And they man a captain for the side. Currently. So all call tournament. No players in your idea. Near corners and queer. Though at the end, you know, a baby, to say, what time, no, and your call tournament, and no, I'm queer. Don't me feel say that comment no make any day. In a way, matter as you but on the score, say, team here play piano. Don't on that, I would disagree because Black Star ain't here the best of players to compete war at the highest level. And you go walk up in your corner. You hear or more modern bossoni or more performing various clubs here or more man numbers or more 9 minutes or more club side no or more and here more to be in the national team. So got to win you be there. Now go team no printed. Yeah, try to Nipa 25 no and that the be a no on that dominant yarding. But Pina feel Sebia because of Sebia Nina the day. Among first started Casa say friend or national team no or bar captaincy issue no and no make it a comment no. On to say you making it clear say enye no chin komo. Say no chin komo don enka ebe pass okay and yeah the day tina all kasha no the day bar ebia ebe starting komo no say any captaincy no fama the day and I said there be no and obeka say he obia meaning say ni nyane bampa I say e free nyane mpo na captain wa be captain perfinism but I am come atwam and until oka make it a comment but don't believe say based on team near one day so analyze the team no from defense from goalkeeping power you feel say Asarina so far all ya there all that department no don't your issue all the departments and be catch or say from goalkeeping Asari ya there all has to folk or keep clean sheet but be me ya say can be your better goalkeeper all performing all that aura no when the club side ya all ya there don't could be any me say and can find a bar and kebabwa or national team name baby and until for now you making sure say you be protected by the Masari before the World Cup. Okay, defense here left side right side Gideon Mensah don't you man the chances on foreign team no always Gideon Mensah but Basua you need impact be on us because you say now ono be compete over left side wa and you know and a Benzanamo and a ball left side of national team no and one of the ball a Benzan only competitor so team there and I know right side what there Nansena Yenti and you're confident anymore all ball right side center back down your issues so Busamia down okay say Yankee team ni ye na ye prayer do biano nyadwen Your team said a team at the even your technical bench or crano. A big issue, even to the players. Your technical side, hono. Yeah, reinforcement, Casimpo, at the same place in Pardon, or more parking. So proud to the World Cup. I would disagree, say BM Kwashi. I would disagree. Because they make it this instance and say, yeah, go 2010 AFCON. 2010 AFCON, you could do finals with under 20 players. Oh, many quite World Cup, no. I did a call under 20 and after 2010 AFCON. But AFCON, no, don't. I didn't put a 208 now. Near crowd the big guys, no. And about AFCON. Our Ghana say no. Who compare 2010 and crank it. So even though players no not DNC or club side or much bench, but I would disagree say be a young Kwashi. Young Kwashi don't a relative. But on the day no, a drew you win a bay. Do I still believe say young players ya or more a yard there or club side to make sure say you be before team no ahead of the World Cup done.
But the mention best Mutias and say time no more qualify and any time a Jordan ye interview in Yamwa.
Yes, in Yamwa.
Your team no on. There is no day
I Yamwa
with team.
Yeah.
Achu moko ball Equatorial Guinea finals. Even that time Kwana Kwesi Appiah still no away players.
Goalkeeping Kwane Nyadi.
It is a Jordan.
Brahman
that time and all the cancer asem. Because that time the NIS Jordan's one canokre. There is nothing wrong. Get this. There's nothing wrong with the fact say muye team na muye juma. Na leader obad me to say you still need to strengthen some areas. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It more biam fan any team say perception say leader no ko kan say ye hiam wa areas bia obi be kan say nya de. O ka so nya de jai boy. No biam fo bia me shema nka wo be shem. Enye ayakwa no bo met food ye ko bo or qualify Qatar. Ye call Qatar 2022 World Cup. Ye call Nigeria. On na no to ado ye man be share central defense ni.
Baba Idris.
Baba Idris, where is Baba Idris?
Right, yeah.
Baba Idris went through ankasi bo nya bibo.
Yeah.
Enti obia ni why so the show teams as Jordan can asem na that day no na say nay say Jordan so about abeka say that time no kan about that time no deserve so kabazi say and deserve so kan bibia ni wa sanity ye team no time na mo qualify ni kwa na mu hiamo.
Yeah.
Qualification papa be na qualify okruma. Bon fitiri we the qualify and ye hiamo. So catch see a qualifier we into ko ka say Kudus no a bobo that time no boy a ball na enim see a team ni asan.
Yeah.
Kudus na no wonti no je ball na just say ye twa no. Go nim say so pass ya e ma biem just ye foul no obi a free kick ni ahwe so be pima sha. Where your team I ka say mere bi de na that time ni de ni hiamo ba mere bi de hiamo. Jordan team no time na mo qualify ni nyina ni hiamo wo Jordan kra no. One year player papa bi na see you.
Yeah, helmet you fear.
Masa, yen ko di agro. Sa 13.7 million US dollars na mo kwa akoshe ne kwa no. Yen tran se mo ko di agro kromo. Wo mo po mo mrebe mo best Ghanaian players wo mo form wo mo bobo. Because o passes our best players nyina ko World Cup ni entimi mo bre bia wo. Your best place nyankwase so bia and so we omo form na the experience be 4-5 be kan no mo ko na boys ni kun mo bobo bia nim so aye de Ghana fo akoma pe
yeah
na so be se din waso na de ko omo qualify no Gideon Mensah na hu ni say
enye
Ali du say du mo qualify na hu ni say
enye papa bia nim
ya wingers na hu mo say o ma no mo ball laterals no Osman mo ball be na no mo ball
yeah.
And so you are qualifying to that time. Nobody just say captain. They can say you additions or you're right. On your right anyway, be a time be anywhere. O can say we are right. Even as some wajan Asian mo time. Near Queen's ya be ye. As some wajan Asian Sule Stephen Appiah mo time. No near Gusu we place. Near KP Boatiam and Ababe Shem Finfini ho. That team Milo team no kwa near we place still. Waiting bay.
Championship
Starboy Fabo and Odi Dimricana, Onyo Bia Kwana Kudus release Boa Mano. This was Judge and Swan, can go the more Museo Maseno. Marco Abuafon, ever muscle.
All right, yeah, fana sema Crespio Herbal Clinic. Crespio Herbal Clinic e Kumasi ya Swami Anomanyi opposite the government school park ho and a Crespio Herbal ewo osenya de wahudu a eha wadwene oba obeboa na watu asiama said diabetes and say a prostate cancer, a ulcer, and gonorrhea, syphilis, and typhoid fever. Nya de wapi and a titi nipa dasani udu ni check Crespio Herbal Clinic ombeshaw na omasiesio wase wo yade no say huhumu yade kura obeshaw na sofumame an ni depa edwura huhumu na no so timi aboaw Crespio Herbal Clinic e Kumasi ya Swami Anomanyi opposite the government school park obetima frɛ ɛwɔ 0243 609313 and I say 0541848722 na Crespio and watching komo TK Buachi Electricals at TK Buachi ebaso here cables aye adwuma pa tropical cables and ye can for and no any papa aye becha ma TK Buachi na dia badwa so upebia tu so a ne hwa all sizes every 1.5 equals 16 mm ni nyina TK Buachi ho obeye wiring obeye sound cables no and I say obeye o change cables ni ade ni nyina TK Buachi ho ana ewasa kona kwaji sa cables ni nyina obenya na Kumasi ya Our Kumasi Doom, yes, Kumasi Doom, and a TK Buachewo, or Ben Malcolm, Ubetima Freno, I was 0244 015578. 0244 015578. Na TK Buache, and so watching Komo. Yefana Sama Jeffrey Praise Computers. Jeffrey Praise Computers atayachi ebaso here laptops and desktop computers are obeko Jeffrey Praise ho odia say na person siesie repairs any updates ni ade obeko Jeffrey Praise ho who here projectors set to network any security cameras na obeko Jeffrey Praise Computers e Kumasi Bantama obehu no e GMTC ho obetima friend nso e 0244 026203 and I say 0502747579 na Jeffrey Praise and watching komo Dynamite Detailing Solution ebase ubesiesie o car pa interior and exterior ni nyina you can for Dynamite Detailing Solution at the amount omo na siesie car ema car interior no eye emono prekope car ne ho car na se ombe wie engine no omo di steam ebe horo so kama at the amount ombe polish car na wax ama wawa ni age Dynamite Detailing Solution omo Kumasi Asafo omo Ben Garden City Radio obetima frɛ I was 0558 597645 0558 597645 na a Dynamite Detailing Solution omo enwa twenkomo silk coat paint atayachi silk coat paint atache and a first half eba was the exterior paint pa and a opaya adwuma dia ya can form on sending nyina I was silk coat ho is a project we are they were painter ya dia exterior works no and you paint so ya dia interior works no na exterior painter I silk coat for dia bano e be I silicone paint I come here pa mineral stone ho graffiato ho travertino ni nyina I was silk coat for so ye na interior paint no so bi ho ya class plastic painter with the paint with them one just say you dum kania kra a dem ho shren e de ma sanse paint nanka se fe e ma dem ho nanka se fe no e sonko your latest paint your silko sil and your silko mat ni nyina e interior paint no your deco paint enso ho ye deco paint no mamarito paint with the paint here jack enya ize apoto bi bre kra nya dia bebo aso ye da e paint ye kama e chepa your palace paint your metallico your pearl and the cashmere ni nyina e deco painter silk coat for omo ediaba your floor painter with the painting formula minua nya de se nsuo beto awia bebo na paint na pa de tia na tie and your floor painter silk coat for ediaba your 3-in-1 de ho your liquid glass floor paint and your polyurethane and so ho opa wa color so ba on be mixing kama ediama omo machine pa e be code number na fi twa paint no color crowd pe ediama e was silk coat paint Kumasi haya na omo Kumasi upe paint duro biato a obako maso ye omo abrepo omo Ben Saman Hotel obetimi afre I was 0249 807054 and I say 0200309028 now the silk coat paint and penny for atwenkomo Eugene Mart Travel and Consult Eugene Mart Travel and Consult that actually and a first half no eba minua akwanto die ewia se e dan ya betu kwan enta akwanto ba woni so a hwehwe company a obetimi aboa wo aye won krata ma wo eno aye Eugene Mart Travel and Consult eho ena ye kamfama wo Mr. Eugene Kofi Amankwa obone credibility ho ban ye pa enu ntino okona so ya said de tie no a na obechirechire mu e de akyerɛw make say New Zealand ewo ho work permit sa so na visit enso ewo ho work permit no unya adwuma ye bebia wo tena ye adwuma ni nyina anya problem kra Eugene Mart ai san share nyina e de twɛn o temenka na wo ye nurse a ukra degree and now ye midwife a ukra degree a Germany asate work permit ewo Germany we no o say dependent eka ho 2 to 4 months na wayawie Eugene Mart ebeboa World Cup ekoso US afi Mexico and Canada no Eugene Mart Travel and Consult officially accredited agency obetima boa na wa register World Cup na pa na onso akọ office bebre and Eugene Mart asoye opese ko UK US bebi opese ko bia no Japan obetima ko trade Japan to teach in Japan akwenya ho Eugene Mart okona asoye obetima boa na odwa fa kwan so Germany job seeker visa Germany ni nyina so ekwan da ho Eugene Mart ana me ehunu nyina o Kumasi heya our North Central so our Boogies and Chenhua and afi Obuase our Yak Towers our mosque ne enchain a bus visa application supporting documents reservation travel itinerary hotel bookings passport birth set ni nyina Eugene Mart Travel and Consult babwa na watimi aye fa number na friends sia ne ntwen komo ewo 0553 944 608 and I say 0547 740774 now the Eugene Mart Travel and Consult and so atwen komo ya dance our door master so ye door master uye project bia door there ye dan ya beto pono door there ye dan ya beto entimisrawo to papa prekon our door master so ye me ne okra enkama ton sa frɛ no no aba site ho abehe project no a check type of doors ebetimi asiu too door master our doors over 400 types of doors one kasa woni baje ho doors ekuta smart lock ebikuta fingerprint your face ID your keys your swipe card ni nyina ya adwuma our door master ho ne doors no so your mo na fixe outsiders and fixe door master oye bruta ba ne doors so dia Ghana hadie on na dikan Kumase our Hensan bus stop ho na afi Chronom on the police station no opposite obafre no 0548 402640 and I say 0505 892268 now the door master and so atwen komo sa kwan so ye for na se bi ema Goldie's Guest House Goldie's Guest House atache ana show no eba Goldie's Guest House okọ ho no mo a woni beje o de ho kọ ho a obete wani Wi-Fi free air condition all rooms environment no siren omo spacious car park omo security tight ye pa omo space obete my program bia ho omo swimming pool omo so welcoming Goldie's Guest House adwuma kase comfort se wa junction wa number ni 0246 392077 and I say 0257 247531 now Goldie's Guest House on Panifono and so atwen komo Lord G Ventures and Engineering atachire Lord G Ventures ebase uhia air condition pa baby awo bia se ofie se wadwumam se sorry baby se op comfy inverter and a chick inverter op Pearl air conditioner and a bia washing machine and a op ni nyina bi e Lord G asuye installation any maintenance works e ho nyina op car air condition installation any maintenance in Lord G Ventures and Engineering omo Kumase Abrepo omo Ben Samad Hotel yes Samad Hotel in Chenhope ana wo mo ewo omo eben baby e ton paint no number ni 0244 864616 0244 864616 na Lord G when you atwen komo Medima for Herbal Clinic Dr. Time da so wase bra no for time ento yade so yade ya se stroke pa and na body shia to ho and bi kra wan kasa diabetes wase sexual weakness and infertility low sperm any idea obeko Medima for ho na no so SSO pa na bibia so atimi kama enti omo nyina tache afa ho ka and first half and so eba WS Betting obetwa bet na wadi 18 years e dia WS Betting and come for the amawo omo any betting company omo also no aya kese pa 150% and omo certain one enya sam keto akra international enetie early cash out aviator cashback of 10%. We have first depositor unya bonus 600%. WS betting and one will be every day unya free bet of 200 koso ubetima frɛ omo kra atwen komo ebisa de manka ho asem number ne 0599282228 0599282228 now WS betting and watching come on. Sorry, breaking news and eba miniam my birthday ba kumienu bi me na quick na fe yanko first one o say Nidino ede mami akua asuama tawia or you see you at the ma Food Hills Network. Yes, Food Hills Network on SCU and then Mami Akua birthday. To Mami Akua Nangupon show na on count ho na when this wadi no minim selson enya kese sa we free one kasa wofa owura kwadwo ade mununkum a oye clinician ewo care specialist medical center ewo sunyane ono asa so ye Asante Kotoko global supporters or secretary intina sa ena etie. Okay, yes sorry kra na ajubikete ena ya ajubikete so birthday ajubikete asu abuafo nyina say happy birthday enti we ye the free aye Van Dyke ho na be come say enti ajubikete asu abua nyagopon show happy birthday right ye brason ye call breaking news and eba the man Ali Baba Dankambari on the team no and so eba yop tie Angel FM Magavon Asia
Angel
you need a trophy. OneXBet, odds ni doso na wudi so a yet Jessica non tentem. Any day be a good deal.